van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he has... What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? Oscar Blue right here. God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Welcome everybody. Oscar Blue for Border Network News, live broadcasting to you from Tijuana, Mexico. As today we did 2 live feeds, one of them at a particular place in the municipal city of Tecate, Baja California, Mexico, that is around an hour and 15 minutes away from the location of Tijuana, into the place that we went over there. If you want to see that live feed, is on YouTube. We went over there because yesterday in the late night, there was a report by the small community that lives close to the border wall that there was an abuse to 2 migrant women as they were trying to cross around 10 people through the border wall with a ladder. This continuous effect that is a strategy by the organized crime in our country of Mexico, that is the ladder cartel, which they have been using ladders that are handily made into, practically to cross to the United States of America. They hooked the top part into the top of the wall, and then they crossed the people. Now, what happened was that before that they crossed these women, the coyotes or the traffickers or whoever was in there tried to abuse 2 migrant women as they were screaming help, and the community called immediately the ministerial police or the authority in Tecate. The authority arrived and they took care of the situation. Plus, adding the fact that the coyotes or the traffickers or the people that they were abusing the women got away. They were left behind. Like this has happened so many times before. And as I was reporting right there, I asked one of my one of the people that is always with me when I'm broadcasting, and I asked him, is that the military over there? And we were confused if it was the military or not. But yes, people, it is confirmed. The military arrived into that particular pond of the video. If you can go to my YouTube and watch the video, you will see that there's a pond right there, or there's a big space, a big canyon. It is a canyon, and there's, houses underneath. And there's the military right now stationed right there, the National Guard stationed right there, due to the fact that they're trying to stop what is, illegally happening and the abuse that is happening in that part of the border. Also, we went to another part where it is a mountain. It is the wall of the municipal city of Tecate where it ends. We are going to try to climb that part of the mountain during the week. We've shown you how there is multiple debris of water bottles and how it is so easy to cross from that particular standpoint into the United States of America. This has created an atmosphere right now as I am going to show some other topics that are related to border security in the south door of Tapachula, that is a concern for our, border in the north of Tijuana. And also, ultimately, you don't see CNN, MSNBC, and the left media talking about this that is occurring in the south border of Mexico with Guatemala. Enough is enough, people. It is, I thought about this in the morning and I said, this is enough. Yesterday night, seeing all this influx, imagine if that is occurring in the United States. How bad is it in Mexico? Enough is enough. So, please use this hashtag, enough is enough, hashtag enough is enough at the borders, hashtag stop the colonization. That is particularly what is happening in the Tapachula border. Citizens of Tapachula, Mexico, they feel replaced. They feel that they're going to be replaced, or they feel that they're not considered their their constitutional rights are not even valued. So enough is enough. Hashtag enough is enough at the borders. Welcome everybody that is watching. We are live at YouTube and we are live at Facebook. Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting and also to our travel fund, we are planning in the next incoming weeks, planning to go to the south border and also to travel to certain other borders and trying to go to down south into Central America to visit, with some colleagues of ours in Central America. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining this live feed. Let's get right into it, people. So nobody in the United States of America talks about what is going on in Pentaljo. That is a small city in Chiapas. That is the state that is connected to Guatemala. Nobody's talking about that there are farmers that are rising against the cartel and the organized crime and the sicarios. Nobody's talking about that. And also, nobody's talking about what just recently happened in the part of Chiapas, as this report was given that 7 groups of the organized crime, intended, and they shot in gunfire, and they were at war with at the border between Mexico and Guatemala. This is the report that it was sent by our colleague in Tapachula, Chiapas. It says gunshots between the cartel and the border of Mexico with Guatemala this morning at around 7 groups, around 7 in the morning. Groups of cartel were disputing the plaza and the region of the border, and they, promoted this this drive-by of gunshots around the area in the freeway or the highway, better known as Quezpala, in the municipal city of Comalapa. Meanwhile, the sicarios were back and forth shooting at the conductors of the vehicles, normal citizens that they were going to the border of Comitán. They were coming back and forth, and they were watching how the organized crime and also the authorities and sicarios were going back and forth. The traffic between, it was stopped between this, gun war that it was occurring. And about an hour later, the municipal authorities and also, other National Guard officials arrived to the area. This is some of the images that they were brought to us. These are vehicles that they were involved in this cartel war that is between cartels, that they're disputing the plaza in Tapachula, as people are saying nothing is going on over there, Oscar Blue. The Democrats over there, saying nothing is going on at the borders. It's just people coming in. Everything is just secure. Everything is just not. Everything is okay. There's cartel wars everywhere in a border city. This is the organized crime. Plus, add to the fact that you've got a lot of irregular entrances into our country of Mexico. At this, that there's a lot of trafficking of drugs, there's a lot of trafficking of women, there's a lot of trafficking of children, there's trafficking of everything. Ultimately, the trafficking of drugs is to distribution in the state of Chiapas, but also is also it is more entirely this distribution, the distribution into into a particularly into a point. There's a comment right here that I would like to put on the screen, and let me just go and search it. There's a comment right here that I would like to put on the screen. Hold on, 1 second right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Right here. And I don't know if I'm putting you on blast, brother, but this is a really, this is really an important comment. And I will put it right here on the live feed. And let me take this image off, because this is really important. These kind of comments are really important to put on a live feed. Thank you so much, Oscar Blue team, for getting this comment. Look at this. George Estrada says, hello from Juarez, recently deported. To all my people over there, don't break the law, because Juarez is no joke. Love your country. You have no idea how good you have it. I would like to extend a huge shout out to George. Thank you so much for coming into our live feed. First and foremost, thank you for your courage to say your status, as I have been also deported from the United States of America, and I know how you feel, and we all need a second opportunity into that beautiful country that is, the United States. And a lot of you guys, like you, deserve a second opportunity into the United States. If you already converted and to be a great citizen and, a better provider in the society and, and a better provider into the community, everybody deserves a second chance in life. The only one that can tell you no is God. But I will admire your courage right here, and I will admire all that you are saying right here, that you just, love your country. You have no idea how good you have it. So thank you so much for your courage to saying that. And, God bless you, and God will provide you a better life, and God will help you, in everything that you deserve. If you, George, you just, if you just got, recently over here, and if you don't have something to hold on to, or if you don't have an ID, or if you need, certain type of a birth certificate or something like that, send me a message, and I will try to help you to get to get yourself going, and to get yourself going into a job or something like that you can start. So God bless you, George, and I wish you the best. God bless everybody that is watching. This is news coming in from the part of Chiapas in Tapachula, where there's a cartel war right now going on over there, and they're disputing the plaza. That this is not, this is something that is really alarming for U.S. citizens, but is extremely alarming for U.S. citizens, but it's something normal for us. Really, it is something normal, and this is situations that are happening right now. As you see this vehicle, how multiple gunshots, they were, thrown into a vehicle right here, as it was a war between two organized crimes. Then an hour later, the National Guard and the municipal authorities arrived into the scene, where all the people were stopped, panicking, of citizens standing in their own car, hiding in their own car, because they did not know when this was going to end. And this is an inevitable thing. You don't see CNN, MSNBC, all these networks, Televisa, TV Azteca, all these networks talking about this, because they don't want to hit the narrative of the Globalist Compact of immigration to stop the enormous influx. And they think that Mexico, it is a safe country to migrate. It is not, people. Mexico has 5 cities on the top 5 for violence and delinquents, and number 1 city that is number 2 city for more dangerous in the world is Tijuana. Number 3 is Juarez. It is no joke what is happening in our borders. It is no joke what is happening in Laredo, in Reynosa, in Tamaulipas, in Nuevo León. It is no joke what is happening to our country. This is why I've been saying hashtag stop. Enough is enough. Hashtag enough is enough at the border, and hashtag stop the colonization at the border. This has to stop. This has to stop, and it has to stop at one point. That us citizens of Mexico need to do something about this, because the government clearly does not care about the security of the citizens, and also the administration of Biden clearly does not care about legal migration, and clearly does not care about doing things right. They don't care about anything. They care about open borders, and they actually know that this is a situation that is happening in our country, and they're not doing anything about it. It is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Also, in another news, God bless everybody that is watching. Buy me a coffee. It's on top of the link, and you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting. Thank you so much. This is something that happened in Pentalho. That Pentalho, it is a city that I've shown that farmers are rising against the cartels. It is an organization that is called Los Machetes. Los Machetes, it is an organization by farmers and by indigenous people that they are fighting. No entiendo inglés, en la noticia no sale esta noticia. A las 9 de la noche, let me address this comment. Muy buenas noches, Nelfa. A las 9 de la noche voy a hacer un programa en español en mi canal de YouTube para que no te lo pierdas. Y voy a dar toda esta información para que no te lo pierdas. Going back to English now, this is an organized group that, got together and said enough is enough. As I have been saying, hashtag enough is enough at the border. This is an organized group on Chiapas. These are farmers, indigenous people that said, we had it. The government is not doing anything about it. The National Guard is not doing anything about it. Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the current president, is not doing anything about it. And people, the indigenous people, rise. And they caught the other day, this is the statement that it was released by our contact in Pentalho. That is actually the way that you're supposed to say it, Pentalho. Let me just go right here to the statement. As they say, this is the way that Pentalho, Chiapas, the houses burned. They burned the houses. They were looting and rioting over the houses. At least 15 people were detained, and they were taken over to the Central Plaza to be exposed. To be exposed in front of the whole city. To be exposed in front of the whole city. And also, they were detained. And hours later, the National Guard arrived. So I will show some video, and it's going to be not graphic, but it's going to be amazing video of what is going on in the part of Pentalho, Chiapas. There is the state that is connected to Guatemala, for just people to understand how serious the situation is in Mexico. And we got this mass migration, nonstop mass migration. Hashtag enough is enough at the border. Not only at the border of the United States, but at the border in Mexico. People, there is a point where we have to say enough. This has been going on for 6 years in terms of mass migration. 6 years. When are we going to say enough? And this is an actual photo right now of the people that they were detained at this rioting, burning of houses. These are groups that they are against the machetes. That this group machetes, it is an indigenous group that is for the protection of the citizens. And I will show some pictures right here on how it looked later on. This is an actual picture of the people fighting against these groups that they are bringing the sicarios, the trafficking, the drug trafficking. This is an actual picture of a neighborhood as it was being burned by these criminals. And the National Guard did not arrive at the certain time. Why Andrés Manuel López Obrador, this communist president, that clearly he is all for the agenda of communism, and it is more than obvious that he has a great agreement with the organized crime, is not doing anything about going into these, rural areas. And it is just amazing how it is such an alliance right now between Andrés Manuel López Obrador and Joe Biden. They don't care about the borders. Clearly, they don't. Clearly, the authority of the Institute National of Immigration of Mexico, it is a processing authority that is trying to stop, but it's a processing authority. And clearly, Joe Biden does not care about the Border Patrol, because the Border Patrol, as you have been seeing on videos, it is a processing authority now. It's not an authority that says, no, this is not the entrance. The entrance over there. There is a correct way to enter. There's a legal migration. There's a door. There's right there the process. Clearly, the Border Patrol now has become a processing authority. They're taking away authority from the Border Patrol. They're taking away authority from the Institute National of Immigration. They're taking away authority from the authority. And this is clearly happening. This is video, photos of happening in Pentalho, Chiapas, as they are fighting the sicarios. These are farmers. This is when the authority came in, the National Guard came in, and they are trying to take out the people that they are. Look at the National Guard is not even getting involved. The ones that they're getting inside of the house, as you see right here in the back, are citizens of the group Machetes. The National Guard is not even getting involved. The citizens are the ones that they're doing the job of getting these sicarios and getting these abusers of the law out of their town. So the citizens are the ones that they're stopping this. It's not even the authority. For everybody that is watching, where is this? Pentalho, Chiapas. It is located in Chiapas, the state of Chiapas, that is connected to Guatemala. It is the last state that is connected to Guatemala. The border city, it is Tapachula, and the municipal city is Ciudad Hidalgo, which I have been there 3 times already. So this is another image to show you the actual destruction of what they are doing. These are vehicles, people. This looks like a war zone, man. Look at this. This is a picture late at night of an explosion that occurred in the mountains of Pentalho. This is an actual video, I believe so, of the 15 detained people. This is, look at how these courageous indigenous people that they're fighting the sicarios, not even the government. This is what the Democrats want to do with your city. Defund the police. You know, the defund the police kind of thing. It gets to a point, excuse me for that, it gets to a point that the authority has no value in Mexico. The authority has no authority in Mexico because clearly there is an arrangement with the organized crime. So nobody has the authority anymore. The organized crime controls the authority and controls the government. And in the United States of America, it's kind of like turning like that. Black Lives Matter has all the authority to do whatever they want and whatever they want to do with the authorization of the government. Antifa can do whatever the hell they want in Portland and all around the world, and it's clearly around the United States of America, rioting and looting, all with the authorization of the government. But these people, because the United States is turning into like that, look at Chicago right now. And you got Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, that is saying, I don't want to talk to white journalists, only to colored journalists. And she doesn't want to answer the violence and the delinquents that is occurring in Chicago because not only she doesn't want to answer the questions towards that, she doesn't want to answer the solutions. And ultimately, she's not even given no solutions. And this right here is a clear example right here, that it tells you that the indigenous people took authority into their own hands. And they took all these 15 people that they were hurting their community, and they exposed them in the middle of the plaza. Look at this video as the Pentalho indigenous group called the Machetes, that are against traffickers, that are against drug dealers, that are against the bad people. They took these 15 people, tied them up by hands and legs, as you see right here, and they exposed them in the middle of the plaza. Look at this video. It's a minute and 7 seconds. People are going to say, what language? What language are they using? And it is Nahuatl. It is an indigenous language of our country of Mexico. Look at this in the rural areas, what is going on. This is in the middle of the day as they are fighting the organized crime. And you will actually see no mainstream media right now. No mainstream media. Nobody talking about this in Mexico. And if you go to the morning conferences, of the President Andrés Manuel López Obrador that I'm planning to go over there, if you're going into the morning conferences and you ask Andrés Manuel López Obrador about this, he will actually say this was generated by the past governments. This is because of this is because of Peña Nieto. This is because of the insecurity that we had on Felipe Calderón trying to fight, the organized crime. No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear your solution now. What are you going to do now? I can't. This is the conservatives. Yeah, your statistics are wrong. I got other numbers. The thing has been controlled. And what I want to send a message is for the population to hugs, no bullets, stupid solutions, unbelievable solutions, no solution quick, no legitimate solution to these kind of situations. And you get, as they have taken away authority from the authority, because the organized crime is clearly, for everybody to know, the organized crime is clearly involved on manipulating our government and has always been like that. But now you will see that this kind of situations, it is coming to the United States and is already in there. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, they're radical protests. They're radical. And the authority and the government cannot do anything about it. They are not going to do anything about it. And this, people, imagine if you defund the police. This is practically not defunding the police, but not giving the authority to the police and to some National Guard officers, that they're only sending them with a shield and not with an automatic weapon or an arm or a weapon. So this is practically defunding and leaving the people to just take care of their own security. How in the hell is that okay? And that is exactly the same ideology that the Minneapolis people, Minnesota people want to do with their own state. This is what they want to do in Michigan. When you have Ilhan Omar as a congresswoman in Minnesota, where you have Rashida Tlaib in Michigan. These are the kind of things that they want to do to their states. And this is complete chaos. This is complete chaos. Because that is one of the things of communism. You bring chaos and you bring division. And this is the photograph of the recent attacks that I just shown you. Of the cartel and the cartel war in the border of between Mexico and Guatemala. Unbelievable. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. And another news, and this is important for everybody to know, because everybody has been saying, what is going on with the migrant camp, Oscar? I've been there multiple times, and I was there not too long ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I believe that it was 3 weeks ago that I was there. And everybody was talking about that they were going to relocate the migrant camp that is kind of like a little town now. It is just a lot of things are happening right there, and distribution of drugs and all this kind of stuff. So the authority and the people around the neighborhood are complaining about it consistently. So they were talking about a shelter that it was going to be put by the city for these people to be living in. The people don't want to move. So the humanitarian right, they're telling now the humanitarian rights are on top of the law and on top of the government. And the migrants, they don't want to move. They said, no, I don't even care if you give me a 5-star, accommodations for a shelter. I'm not moving because I'm here close to the border. I'm here close to the wall, and I'm going to get more possibilities for this to happen. Give it a like to this video. We're live at YouTube and we're live at Facebook. If you guys will help me out liking the video and also hitting that ring bell on on YouTube, it'll actually help me to fight the algorithms in the live feed. So this article was released by Uniradio Informa. It says the municipal authorities, they will not install a shelter for the migrants of El Chaparral. Clearly, we don't have the funds to do so. As the city of Tijuana, we don't have the funds to do this. We don't have it. And clearly, the city has denied this because they don't have the space, they don't have the funds, and they're relying on the federal government to put this shelter because our city does not have the funds. We don't have it. We know there's essential and non-essential crossings right now, so it is not providing. The tourist is not being great. It's a tourist city, Tijuana. It is not being great for, incentivizing the economy because of COVID. Ultimately, you have the enormous influx, which is something illogical. You get people crossing through a mountain that is essential with no vaccination, with no COVID exam, but you got people that they're actually already been vaccinated and they got a tourist visa and they got everything to cross legally to the United States. No, you're not admissible. Those people are admissible. It's so illogical. So let me read the article for you guys to understand. It says municipal city of Tijuana, the municipal government will not install a shelter for the migrants of El Chaparral. This article was released on the 28th of July for the population of Tijuana. It says the government of the city, it is not going to install and they're not going to relocate the people that there are camping out in El Chaparral because of the untrustworthy change of the current administration. The director of the municipal attention to migrants, Jose Luis Perez Canchola, said that. It says the president, Carla Ruiz, and the municipal president, Carla Ruiz, gave an instruction to rent some installations by the part of the municipal government to the proper into other installations to the current administration that has entered our government to continue with that. But the agreement was canceled. And the agreement was canceled by the Federation. So the director also added, that is the director of migrants added, we are in the current moment that we are in a transition between a municipal government and state. And there has been, there was an agreement between us. Inclusively, there was authorizations for funds to be released for the ones that they want to return back to their native countries, but this has been canceled. So how they're going to survive? There's no possibility for them to survive here. So there's no option. There's no option. This is a catastrophe, people. This for God's sake, this is a pedestrian port of entry. It's an international pedestrian port of entry. It is not just you walking in and saying, how you doing? Is everything okay? I'm going to camp out right here. It is an international pedestrian port of entry. Gives a lot of economy to our Tijuana citizens. And now it's being taken over by a huge migrant population, over almost 2,000 people in just a secluded place where there has been chicken pox, a spread of chicken pox or something like that, COVID, also other diseases around there, abuse towards minors, abuse towards women, threats of the MS-13 located on that particular area. It is crazy. And you don't have the authority to take over this? So because they say that they don't want to move, now they're going to stay there for how many months? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months more? Why don't they give them a shelter so they can relocate themselves and be living there meanwhile they're processed? This is an international pedestrian port of entry, people. It is not just whatever you want to cross and whatever you want to camp out. Amazing. God bless everybody that is watching 35 minutes into this live feed. Thank you so much for everybody sharing this live feed. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. We're live. It is right now. It is 6:03 in the evening. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our travel fund, we are going to be traveling soon. Thank you so much. God bless you all. You can follow me at Facebook. You can follow me at YouTube. And also you can follow me at Telegram as Oscar L. Blue. Instagram took my Instagram off. I really did not care for Instagram, really. I really did not care. But they took it. As I was speaking a lot about COVID, I was being really vocal about it. And I was being, really open about it, speaking about the regulations that they were putting us, and also the universal passport, that they was putting, they're putting right now, and the restrictions. And I'm not gonna talk about more, but they took it. So I'm going to create another one, and also I'm going to create other platforms for everybody to be, all of us be connected on the same place. So God bless every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for sharing the live feed. Please hashtag enough is enough at the border. Hashtag stop the colonization, people. We need to spread the word. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.
Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. No. Rashida, what is your opinion on massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.